Alright guys, what's up? Welcome to our first ever live goal video. As we're already into 2025, this video is a little bit later than normal. So this is my excuse to try and do this on the fly, finish it off, reflect on last year in a quick manner, tick off the goals that we achieved, and then maybe even discuss the possibility of pushing some of our prior targets from last year into 2025. Now, like I said, normally we would be having goals for this year. I'm not actually going to be doing that this year. I'm not going to set myself goals for 2025, and I'll talk a bit about that later and why we're doing it that way. But for the time being, let's just go through and have a look at some of these. So, starting from the top, first of all, we wanted to build a new schedule of 4 days of streaming with 1 day of content. The 1 day of content creation being TikTok Shorts, YouTube Shorts, and doing that on a Wednesday. So I would stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, with the potential of sometimes doing a stream on Saturday or maybe even Sunday. And we started this earlier on in the year. We trialed it early on, and it was, in my experience, a pretty good success. I had a lot of fun doing this, and this is actually something that we achieved straight away. We did this for the first 4 months of the year, and the goal was to test it. You know, was it going to have a negative impact on the stream? Was it going to have a negative impact on me? I feel like it was quite beneficial. I don't really know how you guys feel about it, but I'd be really keen to hear your thoughts on that in the comments if you wanted to see more streams this year or whatever. Or if you felt like having the shorter streams less often was more, if that was better for you, then let me know. When you're a small creator, I feel like it's very important to spend a lot of your time marketing yourself on other platforms than just streaming on Twitch all the time. If anybody has ever watched any guide videos about how to stream and improve your stream and grow your stream and all that jazz, you'll know that a lot of content creators tell you it's very important to be on other platforms like TikTok and Twitter and YouTube and all that stuff. So this allowed me to commit to that plan a little bit more, and I felt like it was successful. Return to being live more often. Minimum of 1,700 hours streamed. Now, the reason I picked 1,700 is because in the past, in 2021, 2022, our stream hours was much higher than this. But in last year's reflection video, I think my stream hours were down to like 1,400. So this year I wanted to stream more often. So this was weird because obviously in our last goal that we literally just set, we were taking an extra day out of our week. So to achieve more streaming hours while taking a day out was quite ambitious. And interestingly enough, I'm very keen to show you guys this. My stream time for 2024 was actually 1,410 hours. This was actually 10 hours less than last year. So this goal that we had set ourselves was actually a no bueno. So we're going to go ahead and give ourselves an X here. Again, giving ourselves an X is a bit harsh because 1,400 hours on Twitch is good, but it's obviously not close to our goal. Was it a bad thing that we didn't achieve this? Not necessarily. I felt better for it. We achieved more growth, we achieved more revenue, and generally my streaming consistency and schedule felt more manageable. Gone are the days from, you know, during peak COVID. Sometimes I was streaming 6 days a week and I was doing like 11-hour streams every day. That can be fun sometimes. It's nice to be in the grind and feel like you're committed to something, but it's also very, very difficult to maintain that. Burnout is an absolutely massive thing that can happen. I'm not going to speak for everyone, but for me personally, that can happen. So this year, we didn't hit the amount of hours streamed, but I still felt good about it. So although this is a cross, I don't feel like horrendous about it. Achieve Twitch followers 3,900 is our goal. Let's see if we actually manage that. We can look at our followers right now. We're actually at 3,687. So this was another X. We were very close though. Had we maybe streamed, here's the thing guys, had we streamed for the extra 300 hours that we were supposed to, maybe we would have hit this follower target, I'm not sure. Regardless, we actually, as you can see, the target of gaining, achieving up to 3,900 followers, this is double. We actually did really well. So again, we didn't hit this, but I'm certainly not upset about this. We had a good year and we met a lot of fantastic new people. It's hyper competitive, so it's really hard to find new people sometimes. Luckily, we did find a lot of people from YouTube when we were doing multi-streaming this year. A lot of our YouTube followers came over, so big thank you to those people. If you have found the channel this year and you are new to the channel, please leave me a comment and say hi and let me know. As for our Twitter followers, we had a goal this year to massively enhance my Twitter following, or X as it's now called. Twitter is not a platform I feel very comfortable using in the sense that I'm very, very bad at posting regularly on Twitter. I just don't have it in me to do the constant kind of social media management that I know is necessary to be successful in this day and age. But we did actually smash our follower goal by quite a lot here. You can see that our goal was to get to 500. We started off with 370. It shows you that if you do put in the work, you can actually see a bit of success there. So organize a gifting service like Throne or similar is something I had scheduled for December. I actually didn't achieve this. something I just didn't do. I failed to achieve it. I didn't even try how to set up a Throne account. I know it would probably take me about less than a couple hours to fully organize, maybe a couple more hours to refine it and make sure it was possible. But I just didn't even bother. I didn't try to chase this. Actually, this was a goal from 2023, I think, that I pushed forward, and I never done it. I just feel like I get a lot of support already. We get a lot of generosity from the community, so having a gifting service is maybe something we can look to again in the future, but not something we've achieved, whatever. Thankfully, moving on to our next one, continue to invest and build my stock portfolio. This is something where I put a lot of effort into last year, and I feel like it's probably my magnum opus of success, if you like. Probably the wrong words. This is probably my most successful goal from 2024, and it's probably one of the most important ones. Investing in finance and planning for the future is definitely something that I have studied a little bit in my life, and it's something that I'm actually very good at as well. I live a very kind of reduced, chill lifestyle. I don't spend a lot of money on exuberant things, and I know the importance of planning for the future, compounding your money over time, and how powerful that can be. My goal was to try and invest £50 a month into a very simple stocks and shares ISA. You guys might have seen me talking about my Trading 212 link throughout the year, and some of you guys even used that to get free shares and free money, which then benefited me as well, so we both succeeded in that. Thank you to the people who did that. That was super huge. I'm going to actually maybe do some more stuff on this year, because again, investing is something that everybody can do and is super, super, super helpful and beneficial. It's something that I feel like I can help you guys with if you are interested. Obviously, I'm not going to push it onto you if you don't give a shit, but it's something that would be cool, and definitely something that I've had a lot of fun with this year. And if that sounds like something you might be interested in, whether it's learning to invest, save, or any of that kind of financial jazz, it's not normally what we're used to doing on this channel, but it's something I have a lot of experience with now, and I feel like we can talk about it a lot. So, finished Trails of Cold Steel in February. We did not do this. Sorry, Trails of Cold Steel, you've been abandoned once again. Here's us planning, guys. We were making a list of stuff to do today and games we might play. And I've actually got here in this list potential games to finish, maybe. There it is. The bastard is haunting me in 5 years in a row or whatever. All right, we didn't finish Trails of Cold Steel. I'm sorry. I don't really have much to comment on that. Maybe one day we'll go back to reading Schwarzer and his friends, and then I'll finish the YouTube playthrough as well. But for the time being, I'm sorry. As for setting up our new green screen and camera, I did this in January last year. That was a success. Boom, easy peasy. We're now using all of that right now, and for the most part, I think it looks good. Return to posting shorts daily starting February. I wanted to upload more content to TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Something that I did do a fair chunk. You can see here the goal was 230 shorts. That is a lot, guys, considering that there's 365 days in the year. We would be uploading more often than not on this schedule. We started off extremely strong at this, and I was very pleased. All the way through February, into March, into April, I was uploading a short every single day onto TikTok, and I was even uploading, re-uploading some of them to YouTube as well. It started off really good. I ran into a bit of a roadblock where YouTube was actually, the amount of shorts we were posting to YouTube, I feel like it was actually starting to negatively impact the channel, something that not just me, but other creators were experiencing at that time. I don't know if it's better now, but I did actually, after that, slow down my TikToks. So, how do we manage this? How do we address this, basically? So over the year, I made 135 shorts. These are all the shorts I made in 2024, right? I did this exclusively by myself on Wednesday. 130 is less than 230, so in that regard, you know, theoretically, this target here, we didn't succeed with, but I actually felt like I grew massively. I'll give myself a little baby tick here. I grew massively in managing that schedule, something I'd never managed to achieve before, and I feel like this was actually very good. It paved the way and will continue to pave the way for more of these coming out in 2025. I've spent a lot of time this week actually preparing content for YouTube and TikTok. Whether it goes anywhere, whether the videos get views, doesn't really matter. It's about me learning to use the systems, improve the rate at which I can create these pieces of content, and obviously, over time, improve the quality. Try and make funnier clips, try and keep them short and snappy. I've not really got it 100% yet. Sometimes I can make 50 shorts, guys, and they all get less than 1,000 views. But we did have a couple of breakthroughs this year where 3 or 4 of our TikToks got a lot of traction. I think the highest amount of views one of our TikToks got was like 500,000 views, which was a huge success. And that felt really good to finally see a little bit back. Find and utilize the software for scheduling bulk uploads. I've done that. We managed to achieve that. What I use for this is actually Streamladder. So if you guys are interested in uploading your own content to TikTok and YouTube, I use Streamladder. I've got a gold subscription and I pay for that yearly. and it just helps me upload all my content in one place. These platforms are the way forward for growing as a small content creator, but obviously TikTok's just been banned in the US, so who knows. Move merch to a new platform. Okay, kind of and kind of not. Interestingly enough, I wanted to get away from Stream Elements with my merch because Stream Elements, for the longest of time, who we normally do our merch with, has been lackluster. However, I never knew where to go with my merch. I wanted to give you guys the best quality merch. The merch has been really successful for the most part. I don't make a lot of money on the merch, but it's cool. It really does make me feel good when I see you guys getting the merch and being happy with it, right? That like means way more than anything else at this point. I think for the most part, up until this point, over like 4 years, I've probably lost money on the merch. That continues to be a trend. However, long story short, we wanted to move from Stream Elements. What is hilarious is that Stream Elements themselves cancelled their own merch subscription, so that forced me to move the merch. Now, luckily, what they did was they offered a counter offer. When they shut down their own merch store, they offered a new one, and that is what we have decided to move to. So, the reason I've put a red cross here is because the merch store is actually not actually officially online. However, it is mostly like 90% built. I have to be true to myself. I have to be held accountable here. It's not live, so it gets a red X. However, we have actually done most of the work for this, and it's something that will be definitely coming out in 2025. We've got the storefront built. I've got the items on it. I've re-uploaded all of my designs. You guys will hopefully get better deals, cheaper prices for better quality items that will be arriving faster, and there's also other stuff that we will be able to do moving forward with the new merch store, which is really cool. I'm just going to play about with it. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I will try my best to get that sorted. Create a hub link in all of our YouTube playlists. We did this. This was achieved, which is awesome. Basically, I took all of the playlists we have ever made of all of our Let's Plays, and I put them in an alphabetical order that you guys can now access as if you would like to. This is found in our Twitch chat. You just go into the Twitch chat at any point, even if I'm offline, and if you type in !playthroughs, it will take you to a link of all of the playthroughs we have ever made on YouTube. Let me just show you guys this really quickly. It looks like this. It took me a day to do, which is funny. I actually did this in December, one of my last minute things. If you guys now go to this link, it's just a link tree. But instead of all my socials, I've actually just linked every single playthrough we have ever done. And all that happens is when you click this, let's say that you guys want to watch, let's say Digimon, because a lot of you guys are Digimon fans, right? You guys wanted to watch our Digimon Survive Let's Play. If you were so inclined, you can click that link. It'll take you straight to the YouTube playlist. Episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Easy. Bulk list potential stream games for October. To help plan and motivate, we did this in 2024. This actually made organising the streams a little bit easier. It helped make my schedule easier to maintain. And although we didn't stick to it all the time, it's not something I publicised, by the way. It's just something I had on a notepad. Games that I potentially wanted to play. And it also helped me keep on top of new releases. So, yeah, probably something I'm going to continue doing moving forward. Fix update the monetization for old YouTube videos and series. Digimon, Next Order Guides, Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory, and Final Fantasy X. Basically, our biggest playthroughs on YouTube. This is something that I also achieved and managed to pull off, which is great. I'll move that tick so you guys can actually see it. This is something I did. YouTube has changed its monetization over the years, and they've changed it so that on older videos, if you hadn't went back and touched them, they basically fucking quadrupled, doubled down on like all the ads that used to run on older videos. It was a bit dirty of them. I didn't have any say in it. I didn't even realize it was a thing until one day I went back. I looked at episode 1 of our Digimon World playthrough, and it had like 10 ads on it, on a 20-minute video. That was not me. That was not intentional. YouTube did that on the old ad policy. So I had to go back through and update all of these playthroughs, which I've now done. I did it early in the year, like February, March, got them all done. So now, hopefully, if you guys are watching these old playthroughs that are now very old at this point, but some of you guys are still fond of them, if you ever go back and watch these, the ads should be 1-2 videos tops on every video. So it took me a while to get that organized, but I think I did it for the most part. If you guys ever come across a playthrough or an episode of a playthrough and it has like 1 million ads on it, just message me on Discord and I'll have a look. It's likely not intentional. There's no point in doing that. We have so many, like we have such a niche little pocket of viewers. It's not beneficial for me to run tons of ads on my content. So if you guys ever see that, it's likely not intentional. Just come and talk to me and I'll fix it. League Friday updates, more structure, better quality. This is also something we achieved. I feel like we reduced the amount of League Fridays we did throughout the year. What we actually did was, instead of doing League Fridays on the last Friday of every month, we replaced it with a different variety stream called it went by many names, but by the end of it, you guys were calling it Retro Roulette Friday, I think, where we play PS1, PS2 games at random. using a mystery wheel to pick the games. This is something we're probably going to do in 2025 because I absolutely love those streams. And if you want to check that out, you can come follow me on Twitch and YouTube and maybe catch one of those. But for the time being, League, instead of playing it every single week for 8 hours, we reduced the time played, the amount of games played. Instead of playing like 8 games every single week and burning you guys out, burning me out, we did 5 games every Friday, and we played less Fridays every single month. So the last Friday of the month, we took a break. I think that was very healthy. It's definitely something we're going to continue moving forward. The only thing I think I might do with League Fridays is actually push it forward a little bit. Instead of starting at 4 PM UK, which is what we've done in the past, I think I'm going to move this forward maybe to like 5 PM, or at the very least 4:30, and just give an extra bit of time for people to come in from the UK, from Europe, and also America and Canada, giving people more time to not only get in from work and relax, get food and chill for the evening and join the games, but it might also allow people from America and Canada to play some of the later games. If we start later in the afternoon on a Friday, let's say 5 PM for example, it means we can run a little bit later because I'll have more energy, and it means you guys will hopefully still be hungry for games at that point as well. Something I'm not 100% sure on. We'll move it around and fiddle around with it and change it a couple of times. We'll see what suits, what works, and then take it from there. And then lastly, guys, we needed to maintain our fitness routine. This is something I managed to succeed on, and I'm very, very pleased with. Actually, I worked out this morning. So 3 times a week, very light dumbbell exercises, walking every single day, 20 minutes of dumbbell exercises 3 times a week. Sometimes I will do like bicep, tricep. Sometimes I'll do back and bicep. I'll do tricep and chest, chest and back. Just alternate it. YouTube videos in the living room, easy peasy. I'm not jacked out of my mind, but I do feel better about myself, and it helps me keep the waist handles at bay a little bit sometimes as well. So, yep, something I'm going to look forward to do in the future. We've actually just spent a huge amount of our stream today talking about fitness and how that's made me feel a lot better. So, hell yeah. Okay, cool. So, we're already taking a long time to get through this. Out of our 17 tasks that we wanted to achieve this year, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, minus 1 or 2, because I think there's a couple of like thingy ones in there. So I would say we got most of our goals done this year, guys. The most important ones for me personally: build up my stocks and investment experience, investing in a way that was sensible within my means. That was important for me. Maintaining my fitness routine was very important for me. And then potentially like maybe streaming more often than I was before. Maintaining a schedule, being more consistent. That was all super, super, super important for me. So I would say all in all, guys, not bad. Like I said, normally at this point I would look forward to 2025 and go through my plans for next year, but I'm not going to do that this year. And the reason for that is that when I come around to Christmas time, I want as much time as possible for stuff that I'm planning this year. And it will give me a bit more room if I don't have to make this video then. I hope you guys enjoyed. Maybe in 2025, I'll still do a video. Maybe I'll reflect on the year. There are things I definitely want to achieve this year. Streaming consistently, doing a lot more, building upon the stuff what we've learned this year, of course, but also continuing to try and grow these social media platforms that I'm very bad at managing. You know, TikTok, YouTube, of course, growing that. Getting as many multi-streams in as possible to speak to and hang out with more people. And maybe get back to playing a bit more variety in the year, because we were falling into a routine of not playing as many games as we used to. We'll see how it goes, but for the most part, that's it. You can let me know your goals for 2025, guys. I'm so bad at like keeping these videos short. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave me a like if you made it to this part of the video. If you did, leave me a comment about what you thought and any memes that you might have. We are live every day on Twitch, and if we're not, sometimes we also stream on YouTube. So shoot me a subscription if you're brand new on YouTube, and definitely hop over to Twitch and hit me a follow. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Peace, peace. Thank you, thank you.